Hello everyone, I'm Commander Useless, you're the viewer, and this is Cooking with Useless. I'm very excited and very nervous because this is my first cooking video. In any case, today's recipe is quite simple. It is one that is very common in Swedish cooking. And here you can see which ingredients we will need. We'll need a bell pepper, we'll need a little bit of onion, and a whole lot of medium-sized tomatoes. So first off, we need our liquid base. This is where we're going to use our tomatoes. The only liquids we will be using is the one from the tomatoes and from some cream later on. We're not going to add water, which would just dilute the flavors. And here I'm just showing off my excellent cutting skills. This is not how you want to cut tomatoes, unless you want to cut your fingers up, or work very slowly. But I wanted to show you what kind of size tomatoes I wanted, or what kind of size chunks, I guess, so this is why I'm cutting them in this stupid way. Tomatoes actually have a pretty large amount of umami flavor, so since we're not using any water as liquid, this means we're gonna get a lot of nice umami flavor to our dish. This is my wok. I like my wok. So I'm gonna be cooking this dish in my wok. So let's just dump these tomatoes in there and let's get to the stove. And oh man, I nailed that transition. Whew. Anyways, we're going to set the heat to max and then we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil to make sure that it cooks nice and evenly. And we'll go ahead and season this with a bit of salt. With the tomatoes seasoned, we'll just wait for them to start sizzling. Now here's where I want to say something to all of you who are cooking out there. Cooking for me means to take it easy. No rush, no quick recipes, no eat in 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Just take your time, give your dish some love, and it's gonna taste beautiful, okay? So yeah, just take it easy. Anyways, we'll set our heat to medium, and then we'll make sure we stir the tomatoes so they don't get burned to the bottom. Besides, you know, there's something relaxing about just stirring your food, your pot of food, just, you know, relaxing a bit. Forgetting about the world's problems. And you know what? The smell of cooking tomatoes? It's pretty good. Well, these tomatoes are getting annoying now, so let's tell them to put a lid on it, and in the meantime, while that is cooking away, let's prepare our other ingredients. So the way I like to cut bell peppers is to cut off the bottom first, and then just go around the sides, cutting it like a square or a rectangle, I guess, depending on the shape of your bell pepper. So what we want to do is cut the bell pepper into little cubes or little squares. So here I am again, demonstrating my excellent cutting technique of almost cutting off my fingers. This is not how you should be grabbing something you want to cut, but hey, this is the way I'm comfortable of doing it, and I still have all my fingertips. For now. And through the magic of amateur video editing, I can make the bell pepper cut itself. And I even moved the knife. Wow! Anyways, that's the bell pepper done, so let's get this stuff out of here into this bowl. And then, where's my onion? Ah, there it is. So, usually when I cut onion, I do it very quickly and fairly efficiently, but apparently this one was about to go bad, so it was really slippery and kind of sticky, so I almost cut open my fingers again. That just seems to be how it goes now when I'm trying to cook. Maybe it's just because I'm filming it, I don't know. In any case, we're gonna finish up dicing this onion, and then we're gonna put it in its own little bowl. It might look like I'm doing a kind of bad job here, but you know, that's because I am. But jokes aside, you don't have to stress when you're cooking, just take what it gives you and do the best with what you have. After witnessing a very happy and flattering angle of me, we're gonna check on the tomatoes, which should look like this, and this is beautiful. All the liquid is being released, and this is all full of flavor. This stuff is actually very versatile. You can use it for meat sauces, you can use it for soups. It's just really nice. You can see all that tomatoey goodness at the bottom of the wok. Oh man, this is gonna be fantastic. And now for the main event. This is a Swedish sausage called Falukorv. Falukorv is actually a mildly smoked sausage with a pretty neutral flavor. It's very similar to bratwurst except for the garlic. But I want you to understand that my recipe is like a clean slate. This is the bare minimum what you need to make a tasty dish. You can use any sausage that you like. You can use bratwurst, you can use chorizo, Really anything you feel like. It can be spicy, it can be mild, it can even be hot dogs. It all depends on what you like. I like to cut the sausage in little cubes or little rectangles, just slightly bigger than the bell pepper was. And it's also at this point in the recipe where you can start expanding it yourself. As I mentioned earlier, I want my recipes to be simple, sort of like blank slates, where you can just add your own ingredients or change it around so you have whatever you would like it to be. You can make it spicy by adding chili flakes or chili paste. You can make it sweeter by adding something like sugar or honey. It's really all up to you. You can eat it after expanding it, or you can eat it basic. And no matter which way you do it, it's gonna be delicious, I promise you. Oh man, just look at this tomato soup we got here. Yeah, okay, so we're ready to toss in our other ingredients in here, including our onion, and our bell pepper, and of course our sausage. And as I said earlier, if you have your own expanded ingredients, this is where you want to put them in. I'm going to add some heat with some ground black pepper. And here's a little secret. I like to use Japanese soy sauce to add a bunch of savory flavor to my dishes. Not too much, but enough to substitute for stock, because if it comes to stock or soy sauce, I will almost always pick soy sauce, because the flavor enhancing properties of the umami, it's so good. Lastly, I'm going to add a little bit of dried oregano, because it tastes fantastic in this particular dish. You can use whatever spices you like, but oregano is the classic one. Some people like to use dried basil. Then we're gonna stir this up and put the lid back on. Then it will cook like this for about 20 minutes. And now there's only 3 things left to do. First, we'll add the cream as our final liquid. Of course, slowly and thoughtfully, because this is a cooking video, so you gotta do everything slowly and thoughtfully. Then, we're going to let this reduce for about 10 to 15 minutes before we serve up. Oh, and of course, stir the cream we just added. Yes, I knew that. Anyways, after stirring, just let this simmer and reduce. I also want to add that at this point, the kitchen smells wonderful. And here it is. It hasn't reduced too much, but it looks and smells fantastic. So I think we're ready to serve this baby up. Let's do that. Thank you all so much for watching my first cooking video. I was very nervous throughout the whole thing. Especially the cooking period was pretty difficult, but hey, I managed it, and I hope you like it. I'm going to try to make at least one cooking video every week, but no promises. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, thank you again. See you next time, and have a wonderful day. Take care.